The New York Times' Thomas Friedman, in a commonplace formulation, sniffs that racial profiling isn't civilized, and he blames 20 years of attacks on American interests by Muslim extremists on, I quote, religious fundamentalists of any stripe. I don't know, the Amish have been rather quiet recently. My logic is this. In 20 years of relentless attacks on American airlines by Muslim extremists, in every one of the attacks, one or more Muslim extremists was involved. This ought to help airlines and law enforcement engage in more accurate risk assessment. On September 11th, 2001, 3,000 Americans were slaughtered in a terrorist attack on our own soil. In October 2000, our warship, the USS Cole, was attacked by Muslim extremists. In 1998, our embassies in Kenya and Tanzania were attacked by Muslim extremists. In 1996, a U.S. housing complex in Saudi Arabia was attacked by Muslim extremists. In 1995, 5 Americans were killed in a car bomb set by Muslim extremists. In 1993, of course, the World Trade Center was bombed by Muslim extremists. In 1988, a passenger jet, Pan Am Flight 103, was bombed by Muslim extremists. In 1986, a West Berlin discotheque frequented by U.S. servicemen was bombed by Muslim extremists. In 1985, an Italian cruise ship, the Achille Lauro, was seized. An 69-year-old American shot and thrown overboard by Muslim extremists. In 1983, the U.S. Marine barracks in Beirut was blown up by Muslim extremists. In 1982, the U.S. Embassy in Beirut was blown up by Muslim extremists. And starting it all in 1979, the U.S. Embassy in Tehran was seized and Americans held hostage for 444 days by Muslim extremists. Meanwhile, 100% of the terrorist attacks on U.S. airlines for 20 years have been committed by Muslims. When there is a 100% chance, it ceases to be a profile. It's called a description of the suspect. Boy, you're really developing your analytical skills here at Johns Hopkins. Very impressive. Wow. At Harvard, they had questions.